I know a place where adventure never ends. It goes forever, where every face is one of your friends. We're all together, building everything we dreamed. Imagination leads us on our way. Let's play, so get in, get on, get everything you want. Come in, one and all, the ride has just begun. The metaverse is calling you to be the best you can become. So come on, get in, get on. So come on, get in, get on. There's almost nothing you can't do. Leave your eyes because it's true. The metaverse is calling you. Oh yeah. So get in, get on, get everything you want. Come in, one and all, your future has begun. The metaverse is calling you to be the best you can become. So come on, get on, get in, get on, get everything you want. So come in, one and all, the ride has just begun. The metaverse is calling you to be the best you can become. So come on, get in, get on. So come on, get in, get on. So come on, get in, get on. Oh yeah. I wanna wake up in the middle of a dream and keep on dreaming in another world where every fantasy keeps on streaming into a reality. You've got to come and see it for yourself. Oh, so get in, get on, get everything you want. Come in, one and all, your future has begun. Use TCG Coin to build your world in the metaverse with us. So come on, get in, get on. So come on, get in, get on. I know a place where adventure never ends. It goes forever, where every face is one of your friends. We're all together, building everything we dreamed. Imagination leads us on our way. Let's play, so get in, get on, get everything you want. Come in, one and all, the ride has just begun. The metaverse is calling you to be the best you can become. So come on, get in, get on. So come on, get in, get on. There's almost nothing you can't do. Leave your eyes because it's true. The metaverse is calling you. Oh yeah. So get in, get on, get everything you want. Come in, one and all, your future has begun. The metaverse is calling you to be
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining TCG Gaming's live AMA number 23. We have done 20 seasons now in a row every single week. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Alex Nace. I'm the Director of Business Development for TCG. And every week, you're going to be wanting to catch every single AMA here on out as we have a lot of things to cover. We're making quite a bit of progress behind the scenes. I mean, every week we drop some big bombs and some big things that we're doing. Every week's been a productive week, but especially this week and moving forward, we have some even greater things that we're going to be chatting about. So speaking of today, as you can see, we're in a suit, and that means we got a new partner that we're going to be introducing here in just a little bit. And we're going to get to learn about them and their entire project. After that, we're going to recap everything that happened last week. If you weren't here last week or you didn't check out our socials last week, a lot of things happened with TCG, a lot of chess moves, a lot of big updates. But if you didn't catch our socials or last week's AMA, don't worry. I'll cover it real quickly, give you the cliff notes on kind of what happened last week. And then I'm going to go over some things that happened this week. We teased about it on our socials as well as Telegram that we have a pretty big image that we're going to be showing and going into detail today. And we got some pretty big news to go with it. So we got some pretty major updates that we're going to be covering towards the end of this AMA. And then afterwards, at the end of everything, I always like to stay for 10, 15 minutes, answer some of your questions in chat, have a true AMA. And so, yeah, we have quite the show for everybody. So thank you so much, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, wherever you are in the world. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to come on and ride this ride with us. So to kick things off, I always love to kick things off with the good news. TCG is officially partnering with Funky Monkey Frat House. I have Mike Miller and Jordan Oram on the phone today. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hello. So this has been something that we have talked about for a while. Mike Miller joining the team is kind of a big deal because he's going to be doing a lot for TCG other than just being a partner, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But people have heard your name for a while. And today we finally get to meet you. Today's a fun day. Thank you
It's
so
the
much for
day.
jumping on.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Looking forward to this partnership. Looking forward to just everything TCG is doing. I talk this project up all the time. So and I'm not just a member, I'm an investor. So
Yes, you're actually in the family.
oh yeah. I've got plots everywhere. Not
Nice. You're
I mean
spreading your roots all over the map.
that's right.
Mike, yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself, some of your background history. You've worked on a lot of different things. For people that just may not know some of the big projects you worked on, do you mind talking a little bit of some stuff that
Uh
you've done?
I don't mind at all. I've been
Don't
in the
mind if I
comic book
do.
industry for 30 years. 1992, I broke in at Malibu Comics during the comics boom, where they were hiring anybody that could hold a pencil, apparently. And then very shortly after, my first Marvel work was Cable number 12, which was like way back machine. And then I moved over to DC and did a little mini series called Triumph, which nobody remembers, but that's fine because it's terrible. And I've been working at Marvel and DC ever since. Some of the highlights, I worked at the X office around turn of the century, so I did a bunch of X-Men related titles, including inking some stuff on X-Men, drawing Wolverine, X-Force, Excalibur, Mutant X, X Factor. Like if it had an X on it, it had
Yeah,
my
a
name
lot of
on it. So
X's.
yeah, a lot of X's. Just and then I went from the X office over to DC to take over Adventures of Superman. From Adventures of Superman, I went to JLA, which was DC's flagship title. After that, I actually started working independently, well, not independently myself, but I was the art director for a little company called DB Pro, DeBell Brothers, and we were, because they had the license from George R.R. Martin to do the Hedge Knight series. And I was like, this is awesome. So I started working with George R.R. Martin a decade before Game of Thrones ever hit HBO.
Wow.
So yeah, so I did his first official lithograph. I did the Hedge Knight series, then the follow-up Sworn Sword series, and the follow-up Mystery Knight series. We worked with a bunch of, as art director, I was kind of directing a lot of stuff. I did the new Spring, Robert Jordan, which is, you know, he's got the Wheel of Time out. Well, he's passed away, but I got to have dinner with him, and that was fun. So yeah, getting to meet these like J.R.R. Tolkien guys of our time and have dinner and breakfast and just, you know, hanging out with them, that was a really cool time. But since then, and that's a longer story. But anyways, then I landed on the biggest, you'd think at Hedge Knight stuff was big, but the biggest thing of my career, you didn't think it would be, but it was Injustice, Gods Among Us, which, you know, I just finished DC Universe Online Legends, which was another video game tie-in series, and then they put me on this one because I had just done some other work with Tom Taylor, the writer, and he requested that I be on board because I don't want to talk down other guys. Anyways, he loved the way I do expressions, right? Yeah. He's like, the fact that I can express emotion in my work was why he wanted me on the series. And so I joined that team, and lo and behold, it became the #1 digital comic on the planet for like 5 years running.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And New York Times bestseller. Oddly enough, it didn't do gangbuster numbers in comic book stores, but everywhere else on earth, people absolutely loved it. Bookstores, online. It's like, you know, it became this, it was so successful, DC was forced to change their contracts for digital comics.
Really?
Yeah. And so that was pretty awesome to be a part of. I worked on that and the sequel about 6 years total. And then from there, I started doing my own crowdfunding. I had a series called Lone Star. I did very well. But I'm trying to wrap up the third one. I'm having trouble with the colorist, but you can, and I stopped selling it because frankly, even though I did phenomenally well with Lone Star in crowdfunding, it's I don't want to fulfill all these comic books because I'm doing NFTs and I'm working for you guys, and it's like I'm doing so much better now. I'm doing better in the last 6 months than I did in the last 4 years of having one of the top, you know, crowdfunded comics out there. And so it's like someday I may get back to comics, but right now I'm all in on NFTs in the metaverse. So
and we love that you're all in with that. And it's so cool. And we're going to show you all some pictures today that Mike has done for us of upcoming creatures. And I mean, he's doing a lot for us right now. We'll talk about a little bit of that later. That has never before seen. This is all fresh, new eyes. No one has ever seen this. There's even people that are on our team that haven't even seen this yet. So you're going to get to see some exclusive stuff today.
A small Telegram group of like 6 people that are privy to this stuff.
Yes. And so today's going to be a really fun day. And just to show real quick, because I have some images that I pulled that I'm going to put on the screen. So just because you might, people watching this, whether you're watching this today or later, you might recognize some of this art. So here's one from Game of Thrones with Khaleesi and the dragons. Here's one with Transformers. I didn't know that you did stuff with Transformers, but that's
really... G.I. Joe versus Transformers. That's funny because that was a project. I was in the middle of the Hedge Knight, and then I get offered this job on G.I. Joe versus Transformers, which is like, you know, I'm 50 years old. That was my mother's milk when I was a kid in elementary school, right? So I'm like, I can't not do this project.
You gave me offer I can't refuse.
Yeah, so I like paused Hedge Knight like on issue 3, did G.I. Joe versus Transformers, and then came back to
That's so cool. Yeah, so we got Transformers, we got Lone Star, which that's a really cool piece in Lone Star.
Thank you.
Marvel, this is one of my favorite ones of yours, in Marvel with Wolverine on Hulk. I love the colors. It's just so badass. Wonder Woman with Injustice, Deadpool, fighting off Iron Man and Captain America with some Martha
I
humor.
posted that particular. I gave you that piece because Robert Downey Jr. shared that. That was a commission piece I did, and Robert Downey Jr. shared it, and he said, "Too meta for me" or something like that.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, because he's talking about Martha, which is Batman, Superman, has nothing to do with Captain America or Iron Man, but that's a Deadpool thing. That was good. That was good. And then this photo is something that a lot of people might recognize. I've seen this photo around for years, and I didn't even know this was you, Mike, until we met you. And you're like, yeah, here's some of the art that I've done. And I saw this. I was like, oh my gosh, that was you that did that?
Yeah, that's probably my single most famous image that I've done in my career.
It's so cool. It's so cool. And it's such a cool moment of when Superman changes his mind about killing people. And things start to get a little dark pretty quick, and it's he got pushed too far. And and then
also my most memed image. This has been memed a billion times.
So many memes off. And then you took that image and kind of bringing things over to Funky Monkey, you changed it into a Funky Monkey image too. So you got Superman, which is really cool. So so you've done just a ridiculous amount of art. You must have the craziest hand muscles in the world, because you have just done so much, and a lot of your work is just so recognizable. I got a couple friends that are just major comic book fans. In fact, they literally have like a fourth or a third of the garage is just boxes upon boxes of just comic books. Like they, and they've read through maybe half of them. They haven't read through all of them, but they just collect all these comic books. I was like, oh, nice. We're working with Mike Miller. He's on our team helping us out. He's like, wait, like Mike Miller, like the comic book Mike Miller? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh my gosh, I actually know exactly. And he pulled out some comic books with your name on it. And I was just like, that's so cool that they know who you are. And so really neat work. I'm
really famous in about this much of the population.
Hey, I'm famous in that much of the population, a big old zero. So it's just really cool, man. And we're so excited to have you on the team, and doing everything with TCG is freaking awesome. And we're going to come back to you real quick because Jordan has been sitting here super patient. Jordan, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you know Mike, and tell us, kind of introduce us to the idea of the Funky Monkey Frat House.
I'm a very patient person. I work with Mike all the time.
I force him to be.
It's in his contract.
Yeah. What do I say? Basically, I come from a background of like leadership development, working with youth and young adults. I've done I did a lot of health training around, which working with people and bodies is like working with systems and systems analysis and finding out what can be improved. And then I went to digital marketing, and all of that has coalesced in seeing kind of the opportunities that exist right now for creators, for people to kind of be more connected with the community and supporters that are behind them. And basically, I was just curiously looking around in the space, and I stumbled across, what Mike was doing and the Funky Monkey Frat House. And at first you're like, okay, so this is a brilliant artist, like who's met deadlines and created iconic work for over 30 years, who has live streams regularly on his YouTube channel, talks about his kids. Like, this is a guy you know and trust. And so many other projects, you don't know the people behind it. They're not docs, they're not out. And so that had my curiosity. And then I looked into it a bit further, and I saw Mike talking about what he wanted to do with Funky Monkey Frat House and have it be like an artist incubator. And there's all these other artists that he knows from his work who are also in a similar place where they have brilliant art. They can create this incredible vision, and yet they're working for, they're working for traditional media in ways that doesn't pay at all. And like, we're just at this cusp of this like whole digital revolution, and that's really exciting. And so I was looking around to kind of see like, okay, well, what's a project that I would want to trust and do diligence and then kind of invested in a little bit. And yeah, I talked to Mike and I was like, this sounds incredible and awesome. And so he launched the toga monkeys that we'll talk about later. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get me a bunch of those. And then I was like, I can volunteer and help. Like, I love what you're doing with the project. And so I will, I can chip in here or there and, share some ideas and just help out. And so I've just been enjoying it. And then, I mean, we have an incredible community, and, there's some stuff that you'll see when we're talking about the different projects where there's like an adaptability. And when I met Mike, I was like, hey, this is on his back. He's going to make this happen, and he's going to find ways to make this happen. And whenever the project kind of came into a wall or came into some sort of harder times, he just like knuckled down harder and pushed further.
Nice.
And the community really rallied around that. And we have, a lot of projects are like quick flips, pumps and dumps. And this project, has a slogan. Our hashtag is NFTs you hodl. And the whole idea is that this isn't about making a quick buck. This isn't speculation. This isn't chasing after poop coins. This is something that has vision, and you can do your fundamental research, your fundamental analysis, your due diligence, and be like, okay, because we all feel like NFT projects, we've heard a lot of scammers and a lot of stuff, and it's like, do your diligence. Who are you working with? What have they done? Mm-hmm. And look at what they're doing and look at that roadmap and feel the community out. And the average age, I think, of our members, because we come from a lot of comic book fans and stuff, like we have people across the board, but a lot of people are in their 30s, their 40s. We have people in their 50s who have been successful business people, successful crypto and other stuff. And they're like, no, we want to be in this and be in a community that's helping artists to get, get the income that they deserve off the work and fascination they bring into the world. And so that just, I'm so excited and honored to be able to be a part of it. And I get excited. So I'll probably just stop there because I don't want to blather on and have everyone zone out. But
I know,
yeah,
you're fine.
there's a quick taste.
So then I love it. Thank you, Jordan. So then, yeah, going back to you, Mike, you've been in the industry for 30 years. You've been doing things for these major corporations. What happened? Because there was a point where you decided, you know what, I want to get into NFTs. I want to get into doing some of my own projects and doing some of my own crowd. Like, what was that switch for you?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I wanted to do NFTs back when CryptoKitties came out. I had no idea how to get into this space because it is completely separate from the comic book world. The Venn diagram of comic book collectors and NFT collectors is like, they just bump into each other. They barely cross at all. And so it was like, I had posted some NFTs up on Rarible like a year or two ago. Nothing ever came of it because it's like, I don't know how to market the space. So one day, and I don't know how I never heard of him before because I've been in crypto for 5 years. But one day a BitBoy Crypto video was recommended to me and I watched it and I'm like, this guy's a comic nerd. So I emailed him and I'm like, hey man, you know what? You've got the audience I covet, because I want to figure out how to get into this NFT space. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do some NFTs with me? I told him who I was and they got back to me like in an hour and they're like, yeah, let's do something. And so, so I started working on several BitBoy Crypto projects, including a comic book, which still has yet to see the light of day, a card set, which did very well right off the bat and sold out and made many, many multiples of what they paid me. And then they're like, do you want to do a generative NFT project? And I'm like, yeah, how do I do that? So they gave me Pluto Alliance. And I went and I figured out how this works and I worked with them and it was a lot of like paid to learn, I call it. Like I'm getting some of my friends some of these jobs and it's just like paid to learn. And so I learned how to do these generative NFTs and then I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this, right? I'm like so stoked about it because I love the process. Like when you create all these layers and then I don't do it. My dev guy does it, but he sticks it into that program where it randomizes everything,
Mhm.
and it just spits out all these unique pieces. It's all your art, but you never saw it before. I love the process. It's so rad. And so yeah, I learned there. I also got to piggyback on a lot of their audience. So like, I joined their Discord, and I'm the artist there, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to start my own thing. You guys want to come over? So a lot of our early Discord members are Pluto Alliance guys, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I did Pluto Volume 2 after I had already done Funky Monkey. And yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. I've wanted to for 4 or 5 years, just had no clue how to, and then I finally found that avenue in.
Yep.
And
You broke the barrier.
I brought, yeah.
Yes.
I squeaked in there. I figured it out.
That's so cool. So then, so tell us about Funky Monkey. Tell us. So you got multiple different things that you're doing with the Funky Monkey Frat House, multiple different lines of NFTs. And yeah, can you just kind of walk us through those?
Yeah, so Funky Monkey Frat House is our core collection. It's a 10,000 NFT collection, but what we've done is break it up into 3 micro collections. Our dev team created a new contract so that you could pause a collection, change out all the art and the metadata, and then you'd have a secondary collection and a tertiary collection, but they're all within the same collection, so that so you can have these great chunks. So the first chunk was 1,000 toga monkeys. We sold out of those in about a day. And those are the ones that you can see now. And then we launched what's called the Greek Life collection. So this is kind of based on Animal House, right? It's like Funky Monkeys, but it's Animal House.
Love
so
it.
I kind of base it. So the third one is Pirate Parade, because at the end of Animal House they have the parade and all that stuff. Anyways, and yeah, Greek Life is where we hit the wall. We launched Greek Life on like the highest gas day in the history of Ethereum, and like this was the day where like multiple collections were like, yeah, we're not gonna launch. And I'm like, I'll launch.
Nothing
like,
can stop me.
Yeah.
You're like, hold my beer.
But
We're going.
apparently, yeah, and I just jumped right into the empty pool.
You
So
said you were going to go, and you went.
I
And
did. That's
the thing,
right. I'm a man
you
of my
say
word.
something's going to happen, you're going to do it, and you're going to make it work.
That is correct. That is correct. But that was the great thing. This, like Jordan was saying, I ran into this wall, and rather than doing, boy, everyone's like, just burn the rest of the collection. I'm like, no, I'm not. This is not what I'm doing. This is I'm building something here. But I took that as an opportunity to build, right? I always hear and I always believe bears are for building. Well, if I'm in a bear market of my own with my project, that's what I'm going to dig in, and I'm going to start investing all the money we got into building value and utility for these NFTs. So the first thing we did is we bought a Starship space station, which launches within a week.
Yeah, soon.
And yeah, so, and then I said, I'm buying this space station with the money from Funky Monkey. I am going to take the profits from that and disperse it across all the NFTs. So if you own a Funky Monkey Frat House, you didn't invest. This isn't an investment thing. You bought an NFT, and I'm going to throw tokens at you. I'm going to give you free airdrops of Kainite tokens from what I make from this Starship space station, which, I haven't started yet because it hasn't launched yet, but very, very soon that's going to start happening. And then I was like, you know what, this gas stuff won't stop. The gas prices after that big day, it's like, man, you're lucky today if you get gas under $100 on ETH.
It's crazy,
right? And I'm like, I'm like, it's never going to come down. It's only going to go up because more people keep adopting ETH, more people keep using this network. The traffic is never going to go back down to when we had, $15, $20 gas fees. Never. It's never going to happen. So I had heard about Immutable X, which is a gasless second layer ETH solution, right? And I'm like, what I do want is ETH NFTs, because 85, 90% of the market is on ETH, right? So I want ETH NFTs, but this is a free, almost free gas solution. And I'm like, okay, this is a previous project I had already drawn. It was called Crypto Chads, right? I was going to do these, you know what a Chad is, right?
Yep.
You know, yeah, okay. Well, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? Since I already have this project 90% drawn, I'm going to mint this project and I'm going to give it away to everybody that owns a monkey. So you own a monkey, since you have to pay that gas fee, which is in some cases as much as an NFT, I'm going to give you another NFT. So you one gas fee, 2 NFTs, plus.
So you get a monkey, you also get a Chad.
You get a monkey, you also get a Chad. But here's the kicker. In order to give the Chads the ultimate utility, we set up this launch Chad campaign, which was 1,000 launch Chads on IMX. We sold out of those in a week. We took the money from that. I sent it to this UK corporation. Again, you did not invest in anything. You bought an NFT, right? Put this out of the board. There's no investment here. You bought an NFT.
It's a sales transaction.
It's a sales
You
transaction.
buy something. The Mike is getting these funds. He's doing what he will with it.
That's right.
And then you get the great art drawn by Mike, plus random airdrops.
Yeah. So I lent the money to this UK corporation. This UK corporation is staking in. We've afforded to stake into 7 launch pads. If anyone out there knows anything about launch pads, this is like the venture capitalism of the crypto space, right? So you can get these because you're staked into these launch, and it's freaking expensive to stake these things.
All the IDOs and stuff.
Oh man, it's expensive. But that's why we could do it, because I took all that money. I paid out of my pocket for my launch Chads. I didn't take a dime out of this. This all went into investing in not investing. Don't use that term. It all went into getting these launch pads.
Awesome.
And so as we get these IDO tokens, it is going to rain tokens on the launch Chads and the crypto Chads, which everyone gets for free.
When you get a monkey.
And when you get a monkey.
Yeah, so and I got him on the screen right now too. And I loved your artwork. Like I love how detailed it is. I love the line drawing is something I especially love of the detail and everything, the colors and schemes that you choose. And it just looks good. And so with this NFT project, it's very different than any other NFT project, because normally with most projects you get a picture, you get an NFT, a digital piece of property. This one with you're getting a whole slew of benefits. Not only do you get extra NFTs, but you're getting tokens, you're getting access, you're getting a bunch of different benefits with this project. Plus, you're getting something from somebody who's well known, who you've seen their face on an AMA, and they're actually highly credible artists. I love that. Like I love when actual art is really getting known and building value. Some of the NFT art out there, not to talk down on any of them, but it's like my 6-year-old kid. I feel like could draw something, but I love all the stuff that you kind of set up. So I just showed the monkeys as you were talking here, the Chads, which again, you get a monkey, you also get a Chad.
That's right.
And so I think one of the big things here is like when you look at projects, look at, is it, and I split it into 2 things. I consider something that's an NFT project, which is what I think a lot of these ones have been, where they don't really think about it. They don't have a lot of stuff behind it. They're just throwing pictures up. They're trying to get people to ape in, ride it up, get the lottery ticket and get out. And some people make money in that, but most people don't. Mm-hmm. Versus a project with NFTs, which means you have a project, you have a vision, you have an intention and a purpose. And Mike's doing that, right? He's got this artist, this incubation, he's got stuff that's going out. And then NFTs are one part of that empowers everything. And when you look at the structure of it, you can actually look at it, you can see what's been done. I'll say historically, I mean, the space moves really quick, but when you look at this space, you can see projects that the different collections that have been rolled out, and you can see that it's built. I consider it almost, I think of like a tree, and it needs to feed into the core. you need to keep growing. If you're just extractive and you're just taking out of the community and you're taking out of everything, then your whole thing's just going to wither and die and be ugly and sad and a harbinger of death. And we don't want that, you know. So you have a tree that, you know, that there's a cycle, the leaves fall down, they nurture the roots, you know, the community grows together, and that's where this all comes from. And so what's happening with Starship and the play to earn and the space station and space monkeys, you know, there's a lot of members of ours who have joined the Funky Monkey Space Force, which we kind of built as like the subdivision of people who in that community are incredible and sharing resources and building like tools and spreadsheets and like figuring out how to optimize our play. We have a Funky Monkey Space High Command that like is working on strategies that they then present to the members to kind of like get feedback on. And so like that's one whole facet that is just beautifully happening there. And also then when we get to the collaboration with TCG, it's that same idea as well. How can this be something that is not extracted, but it's something that is win-win, something that's, you know, Web3, something that is generative, that just makes the world a better place, makes us individually and collectively better because of this participation. And yeah, so I got excited again.
No, I love it. You know, and I love that you have different lines for different people and different niche, the people that are into. I got the Space Monkeys up right now. And so we have the core three. We have the Toga, the Greek, the Pirate, which the Pirate's not out yet.
Nope.
That's coming. And then the Greek is just starting to come out. That's why we had those question marks on there, but they're starting to come out. There's gonna be 10,000 of them total. And then tied with that is if you get a monkey, you get the chats, which I'm gonna put up on the screen right now. So you got the whole Chad line, which is awesome. And then the Space Monkeys, which we just showed. And then you also have the Genesis line. And so talk a little bit about the Genesis line. I have that shown right now.
Okay, well, before I really started the main collection, actually no, I'd actually started drawing the main collection, but you know, I needed sort of like seed funding, and I was like, you know what I'd love to do is do customs for people.
Yep.
Right, in order to get a little bit in the bank and just kind of you know, be able to develop all this stuff while that's happening. And at the time I thought, you know, I've seen other NFT projects put like unique images in their collection, right? And so I'm like, well, we should be able to do that. So I thought, you know, I'll do 200 of these max, and then like we'll stick them into the main collection. It'll be the really unique ones. My devs told me that's not possible because they're on separate contracts and you have to have it all on one contract. I'm like, crud. So we kind of worked backwards. At the time, it was like, all right, now we're kind of stuck. We have no utility for these, but you know what? You're my Genesis customers. You're the guys who believed in this from day one.
Yeah.
Right. You've been investing in me. So I'm like, I'm going to make the customs like the most utility driven part of this whole thing. So the customs get like 5% of every project that we do. They get 5% of space station. They get 5% of the airdrops, whatever I bring to it next month. Well, you know, they're going to have part of that. Plus they're vital in deciding that it's kind of a DAO, but it's like, really it's just a chat room in there, and we just go in there and we hash stuff out and we figure stuff out. And a lot of the guys from the customs group there, the ones in the Funky Monkey Space Force, you know, the guiding that.
Yeah.
And so it's really become like this very, very integral part of the whole thing. And the art is all custom made monkeys, either by myself for 1 ETH or one of my guest artists, and I have a slew of phenomenal guest artists for half an ETH each. And really, I mean, it's even at 1 ETH, it's a really great deal for how much utility these things going to have in the future, and how they just have a piece of everything. And it's like, when I say 5% doesn't sound very big, but there's only ever gonna be 502 customs. I'm gonna cut the collection off at that. So 5% of everything shared between 502
is a lot.
NFTs. It's a big chunk.
Yes.
So that's why this is even when I say like at 1 ETH, that's in a very short amount of time, that's going to sound like a bargain. So I might have to raise the prices.
Yeah, I just saw
I
Paul
mean,
Reeves in chat saying that he loves this project. I believe Paul Reeves has that top middle one, right?
that's his
That
doom.
is his.
That's his
Doom.
doom.
It's
And then I think
Doom.
Ben has our
Captain
CMO
America.
has Captain America, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Ben,
so
Paul,
that's a little
congratulations.
TCG.
Yeah, the
Those are some
TCG guys are
those
all
are some
in on
Easter
Funky
eggs.
Dude, we
Monkey.
love you guys. We love
I threw that in there. We love, it's crazy. Like there are so many monkeys have been going into buying plots for well over like a month and a half, 2 months now at least. There was one person, Hero Heart, I think, in our Discord, who was like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, he's like, hey, have you guys heard of TCG? Check this out. And he was like throwing, like, just like constantly being like, you guys gotta look at this, you gotta look at this. And so, we've been checking it out and moving in for quite a while. And it's extraordinary.
We freaking love you guys. Like there's just there's just partnerships that just perfectly make sense. Like in just such a wonderful marriage, and it's like that final. It's just such a good feeling. And
also say Coin Bud, because I'm here, I'm also monitoring our Discord and handling things there too. So someone was also saying Coin Bud is a person who's come over from the TCG community and joined up and is also active in the frat and is helping with stuff. And it's wonderful to see like this again, this growing interconnected ecosystem. And like the human body, we're not just all a heart or all an eye.
Right.
Like if we are functioning in a healthy way together within these different facets, we become something that is so much more glorious than we would be on our own. Yeah. And we just see that happening right now in the way the social structure is organizing and growing.
Totally agree. Well, and I talk about this all the time because there's projects out there that have like a partnership with somebody, and all it really is hey, we're partnered with them, we're doing some things with them. But then there's these partnerships where the two teams are like really working together, really helping each other out. And that's us and Mike Miller and Funky Monkey Frat House. Is we love your community. We love your people. I encourage everybody that's watching this from TCG, go join their Discord. We have it in our chat, right? In our Facebook chat. Roy, if you don't mind pinning that one as well, their Discord. Go and hang out with them. Good freaking project. Fantastic, solid community. Super positive, super inviting. And we just love all the work that you're doing with TCG. Like it's such a good project, and it's such good people to work with.
Yeah, I just want to point out, man, our people are so charitable. Like one of our frat members had their house demolished in the Philippines, right? And we posted that up we got him completely funded on his GoFundMe within a half an hour.
Wow.
And then one of our who was it that put up one of their
well, there's been so much. Like there was Draven who was sick, who was ill, and he was super ill, and he was in an area where the hospitals are super expensive in a different country, and meanwhile they were all overwhelmed with COVID, and he needed to get some help. I think he had like dengue fever or something. It was something like that, and it's brutal. And so he was like, I need to sell, I have to sell these monkeys. And we're just like, let's get them like in the community. And also we collect from the royalties. Part of this is really, it's the example from leadership and how that permeates through the whole structure. So Mike baked in from the beginning the whole thing that 10% of royalties are going to a charity that brings water to places that don't have access to water, Never Thirst. So, that's in there. And then he also leads from the front when it's, I'm just Mike's hype man. That's what, but it's kind of like when it was that time to fund, for the house that had been wiped out, it was like Mike went into his collection. He's like, I'm throwing this monkey out there. Whoever donates the most is getting that monkey, and let's, just get this going. And so there's a lot of leading by example and people chipping in to help each other. What we say is monkeys strong together. And as people look on the surface and they can just say like, oh, what are these? These are just JPEGs. These are just drawings. But just like apps, just like anything out there, you've got you've got what's visible, and then you've got what's underneath it and what it represents. So you have the icon and you have the program underneath. You have that, and you have the people. And so, do your diligence. But yeah, I think that what I've loved with everything with TCG, and this is good people, and good people with good ideas and an execution and implementation that builds trust. And that's what the space is kind of missing, being so new. But people who can establish that, they're going to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it
the
was
recipe for
actually
success. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
it was the conversation with David and him telling me about a lot of the educational stuff that is very much like a white paper I wrote a few years ago about doing an educational token. That like it really felt like these guys were copacetic with my whole vision on helping people and through like entertainment and crypto and all this stuff. And it just really did feel like hand in glove kind of partnership. So that's why I went all in, because I was doing my own thing. I didn't have to take a job working for TCG. It was like, right. It's like, but what you guys were doing, I just wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Right. It felt so right to me that's why I jumped in. So,
and you have that passion immediately joining our story and lore team and building things, like that passion's coming out, that pure creativity and freedom to build something from, it's a fun thing to do, to build something in a whole new world. So speaking of that, which we don't try to talk on TCG too much when I'm meeting people, but you are actually doing a lot for us. That right. I think it's time. If everybody's ready in chat, I think it's time to show you some cool things. So Mike is not only doing this awesome Funky Monkey Frat House, which we are 100% full support of, and we want to send as many people over there as possible, but he's actually helping us build a lot of the story and lore and illustrations and ideas behind the scenes. And already since joining the team, he's come up with some crazy awesome ideas that we've shown some people in leadership yet. We haven't shared with the public yet. Things like what to do with the rings and how to capture creatures, how to summon a creature. And he'll put all the illustrations together so that everyone can kind of visualize it. And it's just so freaking cool. And he's working with our story and lore team right now to help also build a story in the metaverse. It's not just going to be this plain world with nothing going on. And
that's right.
There's going to also be a story there for those that like having a story, those that like having lore, those that like digging in a little bit deeper past the layers, like an ogre, multiple layers, Shrek reference. And so if you're all ready, I got something to show you all. I'm going to pull it up right now on a separate screen. So this is Mike has been doing some art for our creatures and for our sprites. And I'm going to minimize my picture here a little bit so that you guys can get the full view. And I want you to see how freaking good this is. There's like 20 photos right here. So I'm just going to take a couple moments on each and kind of scroll through. These are all Mike.
Well, credit where credit's due here. I didn't come up with all of these. I came up with a number of them, but some of these are, Nick in the lore team giving you descriptions and stuff. So it's not all me.
Yep. And honestly, big shout out to Nick, who's on our lore team. He not only helps come up with designs and ideas for the monster, but he kind of comes up with ideas, what they look like, what their abilities are. If you scan something like a Pokemon with a Pokédex, it'll give you like a little story of a couple sentences of what the creature is and what they're about. He's coming up with all that as well. Same with Michael. He's been awesome on our team, as well as James. Like, big shout out to you guys helping put this together.
Great.
And then Mike's coming in and helping illustrate and kind of making it all come to life. How freaking cool do all of these look?
I can't comment.
I know. If you want to go through what you sent me, and
I can't see them, so I'm like I want to see them.
I know, because you're on the Zoom.
Facebook,
Everyone's gonna see them, but you know what they are. Do you mind just kind of talking through some of your just inspiration and drawing them?
Well, I mean, the inspiration on a lot of these is just following the descriptions and then trying to visualize what Nick's trying to get through to me in my own style, right? So and then I did just kind of jump off the cliff and be like, yeah, but I want to do like a land shark. And so I did just kind of, yeah, as far as inspiration, it's like the stuff they tell me to do, and then making it my own, and then just stuff that I pull out of my butt. So
Which is apparently a
That
lot.
must be painful.
Yeah, and so
yeah,
this
pulling
is
that giant floating jellyfish out of my butt really, really hurt.
Oh, that's a
very
visual.
nice. That's a good visual.
All righty, huh?
You need to draw that for us. Yeah, so, and honestly, I saw these pictures today, as well as Jordan, right before we did the AMA. We just saw this literally just today. So this is kind of some things that Mike has been working on behind the scenes. And as you can see, man, his drawings are freaking awesome. And so we want to make a lot of our own unique creatures within TCG World. Right now we have some Unity asset creatures that we can change and move around a little bit, but we want our own stuff. We want to really make this freaking cool. And just the designs on everything that I'm going through is just, oh, it's so good. It's so high definition. I love all the colors. I love the different animals and different styles. Some of the creatures, like, you can't even relate to a creature in the real world because it's just so unique. And it's just, oh, it's so cool. Some of your robot work I'm a big fan of too.
I like them. The kitten, yeah.
Yeah, the kitten, and then you got yep. And then you got a big jellyfish creature with a bunch of eyes or something on it.
Yeah, it's no, it's got, see that tiny little face?
Oh, let me go back.
That's where it eats. So there's a whole I had a whole little pitch story about how these things work. I don't know what I can share, but like, yeah, these are going to be very, very rare and just enormous and dragging these electrical tendrils along the ground. And they are, if they follow through with my plan for it, they will serve a very specific and important purpose. So people will actually, if they see one of these on the horizon, they're going to be like, I'm going to that. I got to go to that right now.
So cool. Yeah, everybody in chat, what did you think of that? When we post the video, you can go through all the pictures again and pick out which one's been your favorite. These are all just kind of initial concept ideas. A lot of things that Nick has put together, as well as James and Michael. Nick has done a lot of it. So again, big shout out again to you, Nick, for helping put all this together. But then, yeah, I mean, Mike just helping it all come to life and bringing flavor and color to it. Like, this is what we're about with TCG World, is just tons of quality, which why we're so happy partnering with you as an NFT project is just not only the passion that you have and the talent, but just the quality of work that you put into it. And then all the benefits that come on top of it is just, it's a lot. So for people that have been on the fence, maybe about collecting NFTs, or you've known about it, or you maybe just been wanting to dabble in with it a little bit, we encourage you, go check out Funky Monkey Frat House. You know the people right here. You know the founders. You know the El Presidentes of the group, and you know that there is a lot of quality and passion that becomes with all of these, and then you get the benefit of getting little extras on top of that. So they put together something really freaking cool, which is why we're so excited not only to work with them in TCG World, but we're happy to partner with them and advertise them and give them a ton of exposure. It's just a solid NFT project, and you don't come across too many of those.
Can I just say a couple things?
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say one of the guys in one of our monkey guys, Hutch, he just commented that he aped in and bought 12 TCG plots. So definitely he's very stoked and feeling the TCG adventure, because people are talking over there about like the dragons and land owning and all the stuff that you guys are just dropping.
Wait, what was his name?
Hutch.
Congratulations,
yeah.
Hutch.
Yeah. So Hutch is he's been a main member and a long time member in the Monkey Squad. So yeah. So just so you know, things are definitely happening, flowing. In our Discord, we have a lot of people that are ready and happy to answer questions. You don't have to buy any monkeys. We just we all like helping each other.
Mhm.
And we have moderators, we have some people in Europe, we have guys in French, so who can handle some of that if you need. But Pickle, yeah, and so he's a French Pickle, and yeah, there's a lot of people that answer questions for new people, and there's no judgment, there's no stupid answer. This space is so new, everyone's kind of learning, and
there's no stupid question. There's plenty of stupid answers.
Oh yeah, there are stupid answers. Case in point. But anyways, should we mention anything about the Funky Monkey TCG collaboration, Alex? Is that
I wanted to
Mike?
circle back to that. I just wanted to, I don't want to like blow smoke or anything, but part of the reason I'm so bullish on TCG is like you're saying, it's like my level of quality. The level of quality of this entire project it's like Fortnite level quality, right? This is like triple A, phenomenal friggin' there's David's vision, David and Paul, and they're just want this to be the best thing out there. And that's, man, I don't want to poop on other metaverse projects, but I haven't invested in them, or I didn't invest in them because I let my son play him, and like after 45 minutes he's like, this is stupid. And so it's like I make this weird comparison to Christian music where it's like, look, you can make a Christian album and there's going to be an audience that'll buy it. I'm a Christian, so I love certain Christian music.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Same.
There's an audience there that'll buy it, but you ain't getting that on the radio, right?
Yep.
It's this is getting on the radio level, freaking everything about TCG. And that's why I love it. And oh my gosh, it's like any idea I come up with, it's like, as far as just graphics, visuals, gameplay, I can run it by David, and if it's a good idea, he'll be like, yeah, we should do that.
Yep.
It's like, wow, it's so open world, but not just an open world in the sense that it's the world's largest metaverse. It's open world in the sense that you can actually build into this landscape anything you want. And I get goosebumps. It's just it's got so much potential to be like the best freaking metaverse. And I'm like, let's get away from metaverse. This is the megaverse.
Yeah.
That's what this is. We're beyond metaverse with TCG. This is the megaverse. So I'm like, that's how stoked I am to be a part of this and just trying to push the envelope and making everything better, right? So,
and we love it, and we're so happy to partner. Like, we're really big on ethos. We're really big on partnering with people of character and just good people in life. And your whole project is that. I mean, you guys emanate that. Your community emanates that. It's that trickle down effect, and so we couldn't be happier to do this with you. And that's exactly what we're looking to build. We're looking to build the most highest quality product out there. This is not a cash grab. Oh gosh, metaverse is a big thing. Let's hurry up and create one, get some money, and peace out. Like, this we really feel like the metaverse is the next big move in technology, and we want to be the top quality product out there, which means we need to be partnered with top quality projects to help do it together, which is why we're very selective on who we choose to partner with. But with Funky Monkey Frat House and you, Mike, and you, Jordan, no brainer. Absolutely no brainer. Match made in heaven. And all sides could see the vision. All sides can see the end goal. And it's just so cool to work on it together to get there. And I couldn't be happier, honestly, for this partnership. And honestly, everyone that's, I know I've said it already, but anyone who's on the fence about NFTs, you've heard the word a lot, or maybe you've been thinking about dabbling in it a little bit. Go ask questions. Go get education. You're free to ask on our channels, but go ask Funky Monkey Frat House. They're the specialists. They're the experts in that area. Go talk with the experts. Have them kind of tell you what the benefits are and what the benefits that their NFTs will have compared to other projects out there. And they're open, they're honest, open door policy on everything. And then you can also see some of the exclusive stuff that they show their community over there as well. And it's really good. You guys do a fantastic job.
And so
I mean, yes, and we also, like, you know, like I said, like monkeys strong together, monkeys help monkeys. Like
Monkeys
people
help
have
monkeys.
questions about projects. They're like, hey, has anyone heard about this? Or in the country club, which is like the Genesis custom holders only, in that, you know, people will say like, hey, have you guys heard about this project? And people and other people, some people say like, I don't trust it, or it doesn't look good, or, you know, okay, this is interesting. Because every project has its like Discord shilling thing where people just are throwing up things like who knows what that's about. But in the actual channel, you know, you have community members, you have moderators, you have people who have built trust. And I think that in this Web3, in this world, we're getting like this extra growth beyond what happened within social media, which is we live in an economy that includes trust in a more real way. People are not fully doxxed sometimes, people are, but they build trust, and you give trust and you receive trust.
Right.
And if you burn that trust, you lose it forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so this, you know, this is something that's actually really beautiful that's carrying into the digital world, because we're actually building relationships with trust that require more trust, because you're not meeting this person. So, you know, the friends that I've made in this community are just wonderful and incredible. And like the other day, I got to meet up with this other admin in the group who, you know, we've talked like into the wee hours of the morning, and we're, you know, working on stuff. And then, you know, you actually get to meet him, and it's like, wait, you know, I'm meeting you for the first time in real life, but it doesn't feel like I'm meeting you for the first time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it is something different when you break bread or donuts.
Donuts. Yeah, this is just
donuts taste a little better.
Exactly. This was definitely a donut. I'll share the link in our Discord again, straight out of Chimpton.
So I got one last image here for everybody. So this is going to be the map location of Funky Monkey Frat House. So they're going to be right next to Starship, which is another big partner of ours. And the Funky Monkey Frat House spaceship is coming up very soon. Spaceship number 6.
Space Station number 7 is going to be launching on the 8th.
Yeah.
And so Starship launches, Starship goes beta phase 2 on the 7th. So they got a lot happening. Yeah. So that's exciting, because on the 7th, when they drop phase 2, I think people are going to go from having 3 ships to having 6 ships, which means double the mining and refining. And,
which means double the kyanite station.
Yeah.
That's a little,
which means double the money the monkeys get. Well, not the money. The
and I know you talked a little bit about the space monkeys, and I just wanted to say, like, we'll go into a little bit of a quick review over it, but I really like the fact that we have a bunch of different price entry points too. So, you know, where people are at, they can come in, and like the Greek monkeys that are minting, the floor price that can be swept. The space monkeys launched at 0.25 ETH, and the floor is usually like around 2 now on that. Not that we just want to get caught up in the numbers, but you know, there's different projects that kind of have different benefit, and yeah, it's super exciting. And
but they're all NFTs you hodl.
They're all NFTs you hodl, and hodl Canadian. Oh yeah, I was in. Anyways, but and also right after this, I don't know. I think I can say this, Alex. You'll tell me if I can't after I say it. But we're gonna be Carlos, the main illustrator for Starship. We're all these different partnerships, but he's going to be doing a live drawing stream, revealing the inside of our space station. So I'll be dropping those links.
It's great. It's unique. We had a great powwow with him, like doing all the suggestions for design. This is going to be the most fun, the most unique space station in all of them. I don't care how many he has left to do. This is still going to be the best one.
Absolutely.
And what time is that?
Because it's going to be dropping like, you know, maybe like a half hour or something.
Oh, okay. So right after the AMA.
Yeah. So I'll share the links in our Discord, and they'll be out on our Twitter and all that. But basically we're like talking, it's like, because we're in the parameters of what you can do, and we're like, can you do this? We want to do this. And he's like, no, we can't do that. You know, it has to be like, and we're like, okay, but what if it has to be like that? What if we do this? And he's like, oh yeah.
I love this idea. I love this. Yeah, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's we're excited. I'm excited.
So then I guess for everybody, if you still have some time off today, go over to their Discord, to Funky Monkey Frat House Discord. They'll drop the other Discord where they're going to be doing this whole reveal, and you can join along that journey. I'll totally join you after the AMA. That'll be fun.
It'll be fun. I got the yerba mate flowing, so I'm just excited.
Can I bump a real quick commercial in here for Never Thirst?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Because as Jordan mentioned, 10% of our royalties do go to Never Thirst Water. It's neverthirstwater.org. They dig wells and bring fresh water to third world countries around the planet, and it's something very, very important to me as someone who's so spoiled that I can go to my sink and get something drinkable. And these people, so many billions of people around the world, just, I mean, they drink out of just absolutely germ infested freaking fecal just to survive. And and these guys are making a difference, and so that's why we do donate to Never Thirst. And
That's awesome.
if anyone wants to just go throw $20 at them, neverthirstwater.org, I would God will bless you for it.
That's awesome.
I
That's cool.
completely forgot another big kind of utility bonus thing, which is that every kind of core monkey, every monkey in the collection, other than the space monkeys who have their kyanite thing, we do at least 4 times a year, quarterly, but often more, giveaways where we do like lottery giveaways where members who are holding monkeys have a chance to win a percentage of different things, more random airdrops, NFTs and stuff like that. So, as much as like we're tying this into the Chad Utility Project and other stuff, it's like, if you're a part of this, what's coming in here is gonna, also be recirculating back into here. So
yeah, we could do an hour program just on the utility that we've built.
Yeah, because you guys have a lot of benefit.
Yeah.
A lot of benefit. Yeah,
and someone's supposed to have a new utility map out, and they haven't done it yet, and they're very naughty, bad monkey.
Yes, yeah, that'd be good. It'll be good for everyone to kind of visualize, because you guys have a lot of different benefits. You have airdrops, you have giveaways, you have special access, you have where if you get this, you also get this. You have a lot.
Alex
of really
keeps
cool
bringing up the special access, Jordan. So I think we need. Are we going to talk about the special access?
Special access?
Oh, did I speak too soon?
Yeah,
I don't know what we're.
I have permission. I have permission to talk about some things. Like I had a meeting with David earlier. So
I just do want to make a point about a very fundamental difference between Funky Monkey Frat House and most NFT projects is that most NFT projects, they have what's called a roadmap, and I like to call a roadmap a wish list, right? I really hate to announce anything before it's already done. So all this stuff that I've talked about, none of this is like something we're gonna do in the future. This is stuff that is set in stone, already done. And so this partnership with TCG World, I did not announce it until the dots were T'd and the lines were I'd, whatever.
Yes, whatever that is.
Right. So it's fundamental and it's foundational to kind of the way I do things. And so what if Jordan wants to expound on what we have set?
Yeah. I think that's a good way of saying it. Yeah. So with TCG, I was talking with David a little bit earlier and said, there's some vision stuff. There's stuff that we're on the road to building and doing. And, until it's like hammered ironclad, then we'll drop. But I can give parameters around some things, which is like the plot of land next to Starship that we are going to have, where the Funky Monkey Frat House is. We're going to be developing Funky Monkey Land. The frat house / amusement park / games area. And within that, there's a couple different parts that are going to be there. But one component is going to be, of course, access, which will come later. Like first, it's going to be launched probably open house. Everyone can kind of look in the different areas. But down the road, some areas will be exclusive. So if you can't enter the main amusement park games area unless you're holding a frat monkey. This is good utility of the frat. This is, feeds into that whole infrastructure. And so that's going to be developed. We'll do another AMA later, I'm sure, and talk about some of this, but that, super excited about that. And the ideas we have around that. You see us getting excited about our space station design. Wait till the frat, until that design comes. The other part is that Mike is going to be designing an NFT collab with TCG, and there's going to be a 2K TCG Funky Monkey Frat House NFT special collection.
Wow.
That is going to be dropped. And it's going to become part of the people who hold it will become frat monkeys, and they'll also be in TCG. And we're still ironing out some of the details, but for that collection, there's going to be something like an avatar or a wearable in game that will give you bonus. So by buying that NFT and holding it, you're going to get access to the frat, and you're also going to get bonus in TCG World. Now,
Wow.
not only that, but we're going to be adding the utility to our core collection. This is the togas, the Greeks, and the pirates, that they're also going to be getting wearable in TCG World. So if you're holding one of those, you'll be able to, when you go to TCG World, have like a wearable, or probably a wearable. We're still going to figure it all out, but like, you know, you can have your own avatar you design, and they're wearing this piece, this item. So that's what we're unveiling. That's what we're vision announcing right now. Does that sound good, Mike?
It's going to be
cool.
LARPers. It's going to be my plan. I haven't cleared this with David, but
I
this
know.
is what I want to do.
I told
It's
I was
gonna
like,
be
Mike's
LARPers.
probably just going to say stuff
Because I want to draw it. I want to draw this set. So
draw what excites you. You're the
I
artist.
know. So the initial idea was because we have the dragons and all that stuff. I said, oh, I really want to do like medieval monkeys, but I'm like, that does not fit in with the frat house motif. And I'm like, LARPers. So I could do like, you know, like, because there's
LARPer?
every range of LARPers. You can have people who will spend thousands of dollars to make a real authentic weapons and armor.
Yeah.
And then you guys got like
live
people who
action
take a
role
freaking-
play.
Yeah,
This is live action role playing, right?
Those are the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
out in the park,
Just
and they
break
have
it down.
shields and swords, and they're
Like
battling each
Renfair
other.
and-
Those are LARPers.
But there's every level. There's every level of quality. So you can have super expensive, fine armor, and you can have somebody who took an empty beer carton and made a helmet out of it. Right?
Yeah.
There's
Garbage
right?
pail lid shield.
everything from giant shields and you know, sterling handled
Foam
swords to
arrows.
pool noodles.
Yeah.
So it's like
I like it.
I'm
I
actually
love it.
really excited to draw that collection. So,
Oh
catch
man. Well, guys, we are over an hour. Thank you so much for coming on. We freaking love you. And in fact, we probably need to do another AMA because there's just so many details. There's so much
Yeah.
that you guys are doing, which is
This is a frat party. We're not going to sleep all night.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's
Yeah,
just keep going. Let's see how far this will
yeah,
go.
especially after all the mate you're drinking, you're up all night. But and we were talking about this before the AMA, but because you have multiple different lines that you're doing. You have the togas, the Greeks, the pirates, the space pirates, the launch chads, the regular chads, the Genesis, and then you got the TCG coming up as well. And I love that because it just shows that you guys are doing and producing a lot of different things.
Oh, wait till you see the Cyclowns.
The Cyclowns?
It's just something I'm noodling with. I'm really trying to push myself to see how crazy detailed and epic I can make a set. And so I'm doing it very slowly, just as I have a little free time here and there. But Psychotic Clowns set of NFTs.
That'll
Or
be good for
sometime in
anyone
the
that has a
future.
fear of clowns. These will be great for
Oh,
you.
they're freaky. I look at them. I'm just like,
Yeah, they're disturbing. It's great.
I guess we have the Funky Monkey antagonists coming out now.
You can have it
games.
so that if you own a Cyclown in TCG World, randomly, you don't know when, but randomly, a psychotic
murdered.
clown will appear behind and start chasing you. And so, you could do. That'd be funny. That'd really up everyone's
Okay.
fear of clowns.
No. You know what I would do? I would make it that if you have one, a certain time every few hours, you can deploy it onto someone else, so that the
That'd
clown
be
chases
terrorizing
them.
everybody.
That it pops out of nowhere and it just chases after them.
Jeez, yeah, no one would want to play all these psychotic
Nightmares,
clowns running around.
children
So here's
crying
a-
and rocking themselves to
Oh,
like, oh my
geez.
gosh. Oh,
That doesn't look very G-rated.
well, I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore.
Jeez. Oh man, that'd be a good Christian album cover. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate you. Everyone that's watching this, please go check out their Discord. Go ask questions about NFTs, and go check out their project if you want to dabble your toes in and get involved with it. Man, what a better company than the Funky Monkey Frat House and Mike and Jordan to work with, as well as their whole moderator team and community is just fantastic. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking an hour of your day, coming in, telling us about everything that you're doing. I'm 100% sure we're going to see you more. And we couldn't be happier to partner with you. Do you have any final things that you'd like to say?
Oh, I should mention I'm also working with Meta Bounty Hunters. It's another project with great utility, and if you guys want to check that out, please do. That's also my artwork, and I'm helping those
Nice.
guys out too. So I think they're talking with you guys. I don't know if I should say that, but
Yeah, we
The-
got a
the
lot
Mike
in the
Miller-
pipeline at the moment. We're kind of the same thing too, where we don't like to announce something until all the what'd you say, all the T's are lined and all the I's are.
This
Yeah.
is why I appear. This is why I appear on shows with Mike. That way,
to shut me up.
ostensibly, it's to be like, no, but more, it's like Michael says something, I'll just be like,
You gotta get like one of those like wireless buzzers that will like zap from 400 miles away.
electroshock.
Shut up, Mike, shut up.
Guys, thank you so much for jumping on. Really appreciate you. We'll see you very soon, and then I'll definitely be on that Discord with you after the AMA.
Perfect. We'll be over there.
All right.
Swing
All
on
right,
by.
have a good rest of your day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Mike. Bye, Jordan.
See you guys.
Oh, all right. So, my word, what did you guys think of that? Pretty freaking awesome, right? So, as you can see on this AMA, we are so excited to work with Funky Monkey Frat House. I was working with Mike and Jordan. Love those guys. So we're a little over our time. Thank you for being patient. I'd much rather spend time working with them than going over any TCG stuff. But we're gonna go over to some TCG stuff. As promised, I'm gonna show you some images today that you've never seen before. Just like those sprites. How cool were those sprites? I might show them again one more time as we go through this. But real quick, I'm gonna go through some development updates of things. This is just kind of what happened last week. I'm not gonna go into detail of everything. If you want to get more detail of the things I'm gonna be going on, check out last week's AMA. It was with Captain Awesome and Ken Shamrock, big UFC guy. Love these people. And go check it out. It's really cool. So we had a big update with them. Valor Coin's about ready to launch. They're going to do a big fight. We did a big builder video that we sent out on all our socials. It shows in-game building and what some of the building mechanics looks like. We have a Dragon NFTs going on today. There's going to be a secret cave exclusive events within the world. And our plot owners are going to be getting Dragon NFTs. And one of those Dragon NFTs will be a mythic one. And to whoever gets the mythic Dragon NFT, TCG Gaming, our company, we will pay you $50,000 to purchase it from you. If you choose to sell it to us, you can hold on to it and save it for a rainy day or whenever you want in the future, or you could sell it to us for $50,000. So one lucky person is going to get our Mythic Dragon NFT. We'll buy it from you for $50,000. So how to get in? You need to opt in on the email on our website. There's an opt-in to register and then enter our plot owners group. To enter our special plot owners group, reach out to a moderator or an admin and say, hey, I'm a plot owner. Show proof that you are a plot owner with the screenshot. We'll get you in our exclusive group where we have a lot of things going on. One of them being the Dragon NFTs. So we also had a silver plot giveaway. Ryan Patrick did a big video on us with building on our in-game building video within TCG World, and we gave someone a plot. So the winner has already been announced. So congrats to Penchabrow. I love that name, Penchabrow. Penchabrow won a free silver plot for just commenting on Ryan's video, liking it. We picked one person. Penchabrow won it. And now has a silver plot on us. We got featured with CBS Reports. It's a documentary section of CBS News. They did a big special on Crypto Mom. Crypto Mom was so awesome that she invited us out. And so we got to do the interview with her with CBS News, which was really awesome. And that is going to get edited. It's going to get pushed out. Should be out probably towards the end of February. I'm kind of guessing on that. We're working on a lot of sprite development. You got to see some of the pictures with Mike today. In fact, what I'm going to do just super quick, I'm just going to go right through them just so you can see them one more time. Let me minimize my picture here. These are just all the pictures that Mike has been working on us with our story and lore team, Nick, James, and Michael. And they're just so cool. How cool are these? What I want people to do is when you watch this video over, take a screenshot, say, oh, this one was my favorite. I'm curious at which of these creature illustrations was your personal favorite. I have two of them that were my personal favorite, but I'm going to see what everybody else says. And so Mike has been hard at work working with our lore team, designing, illustrating, and it's just so good. So well made. He did such a good job putting everything together. I'm just kind of going through these pretty quickly here for you. And I just love the designs and the quality that he put on every single one of these is just it's so well done. So big shout out again to Mike Miller for making all of these with us. He's helping our creature design and our team on building a bunch of really neat things for everybody within the world and just doing an awesome job. So we're working on our sprite development. We're also we're doing our merch giveaway that just got shipped. A lot of people have been posting pictures of them in their hats and their shirts and their merch giveaway that we gave. We gave out sweaters, we gave out shirts, we gave out hats, we gave out hoodies. And so people have been posting pictures of those. We love that. We love seeing you wear TCG merch. We also had an exclusive video drop on Ryan with Whitebit. So Whitebit Exchange, their top 30 exchange, their HQ, we had a gold giveaway. Where is that? There it is. We had a gold giveaway for anyone that goes onto Ryan's video and comments and likes, subscribes. We picked somebody out and gave them a gold plot. So congratulations to I love this name, Legendary. Legendary. What an awesome name. He is a winner of, or he or she is the winner of a gold plot on us. Really, really cool. And we, like I said, couldn't be happier to give that away. We have a lot of giveaways that we do with TCG. As you can see, we also have a Reddit raid that's going on right now where we're giving away plots and avatars. We just got done with the merch giveaway. We just got done with the silver and the gold plot giveaways. We can do a lot of giveaways. And the reason why we do this is because we want to give back to the community. We want to be a place that's fun. We want to drive people to our socials and our videos and hang out with us. And we want to give back. So as you can see, real people, they're real people are winning these things. And it's really neat. We couldn't be happier. And then we announced last week that we are partnering with Funky Monkey, which we just saw today. Oh yeah, and our partner page was loaded. So if you go onto our website, if I go to TCG World, and at the top, you can see a new tab called Partners. So these are all the partners that are with us. So if you want to go look at any of their information about them or watch any videos about them, like you click on Starship, we talked about them today. You can go watch their video and everything right here all on the site. So it's all within our partnership area. Again, you just click Partners. Here's all our current partners, and this is growing rapidly, which is really cool. We got to get Funky Monkey in there now because we just met with them today. So, yeah, so that's kind of what happened last week. Now, this week, stick with me. Thank you for being patient. This week, as you just got to see, we just did a partnership with Funky Monkey Frat House. Fantastic partnership. They're doing a lot of different things with us, which we're so excited to have them on board. We are now officially with our Bored Ape Gallery has been placed into the world. So here's a picture. I believe this is in the forest. I believe. Is this in the forest? Let me go look real quick. We're going to get the exact answer. I believe. Let's go to our map. Yep, it's in our forest. There it is right there. So right below Wall Street Bets and Elongate's right in there too, as well as SGO. So that is down there. So not only do we have just a couple Bored Apes, we have actually quite a few Bored Apes, like quite a few that we're going to be featuring in there. So David's been acquiring quite a few things. So our Bored Ape Gallery has been placed. We are now doing our Dragon NFTs. We're working right now. There's a couple hiccups with some nodes and stuff on the Ethereum blockchain. So we're working through some things on that. But the goal is to give a Dragon NFT to everybody. You just have to pay the mint fee and the gas fee, or no, just the gas fee, I believe, and that's it. And yeah, and so again, if you are a plot owner, reach out. First of all, register on our website, your name, email, all that. and then reach out to an admin or a moderator to say, hey, I'm a plot owner. I want to get into the secret chat. Okay. Give us a screenshot proving that you're a plot owner. We'll bring you into the chat. And in the chat, we give some pretty exclusive stuff that hasn't even been shared with the public yet. In fact, one of the things we shared with them just a couple hours before the AMA that I'm going to show you right here in just a little bit, that big picture we're talking about. We're also working with some new sprites and lores, as you can see with Mike Miller and our lore team. We love community-driven stuff. So if you have fun names or you have some fun lore that can come with some of these creatures, like send these ideas over. By the way, a lot of ideas from the community on, oh, this would be a really cool name for this creature and this could be their backstory. We love that. We love hearing some really cool stuff. And it's kind of fun to have your idea get featured in the world, your creature, your name, your background story. So as we post stuff on our Twitter and our socials, give us some suggestions at what you think would be a fun name and a fun backstory for everything. So right now we're also building out our Greed and Valor scene. That's going to be coming out here pretty soon because Valor is taking off and Captain Awesome has just been, well, awesome. He's one of we love Captain Awesome as a partner. He's been giving us a lot of big contacts and people now working with TCG. We're also rebuilding some of our assets. Right now we're working on Asia and East. We're upping the graphics and upping the quality. And we're, as you can see with our world, it's just getting more and more and more improved with each passing month. And today I'm going to be sharing with you something. We got about, I believe, 6 to 8 partners right now that we need to do AMAs with. Some of them are pretty substantial ones, to say the least. And we got about, I don't know, way more in the pipeline that we don't like to announce yet until all the contracts and stuff are signed. But we have a lot of people reaching out right now to TCG World. A lot of people are taking notice. Mainstream media is taking notice. We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. We're also doing a lot with our front end and back end development on the world, as well as our website. We're doing a bunch of lighting mechanics in the world right now on like lighting in cars, lamps, all that kind of stuff. Getting some of those night scenes because we're going to have a day and night sequence. And so we want to make sure all the light just looks really cool. There's some early videos out on it that I've seen already. It looks really good. The light at night, just, you'll see. You'll see. I'm not going to talk more on it. When we get the video out, you'll appreciate our night stuff. We have a big dragon minting community event going on right now. Like I said, if you're not in our plot owners group, you need to get in our plot owners group. If you don't own a plot yet, then shoot, maybe today will be the day where you pull that trigger. Wait until I show you something here in a little bit, though, because I'm going to show you something that might excite you a little bit with owning land in TCG World. In fact, it will excite you. That's coming up here in like 2 minutes. So Dragon minting, it's an easy 4-step process. Number 1, connect your wallet. Number 2, agree to change to ETH. You pay the gas fee, and then you claim your dragon. That's it. 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, all laid out. We want to make this entirely simple for as many people as possible. And so that is going on in our plot owners group right now. All right, so now on to some bigger news. So ABC News, which is the Australia Broadcast Corporation, reached out to us last week and I met with him, one of the writers, one of the reporters, and he got to kind of hear everything that we're doing with TCG World. And then he asked, well, do you have anybody that works in Australia, somebody that I can meet, like a local family? I said, we do. So we have 2 moderators, Andrew and Lisa, who are just always in chats, always answering your questions, always there with a smile. And some of the most helpful people that we have on our team, they got to meet with ABC News and they did a whole special. There's a whole article out right now, which is an awesome article. A lot of positive talk about TCG World and metaverses and what this is doing for their family and their kids and everything else. It's a really neat article. And then because of this article, ABC Radio contacted Lisa and they said, hey, we saw your article. We want to do something with you on radio too. So on Monday, in a couple days, we're going to be on the radio and she's going to be able to talk about us and kind of how TCG World has been able to affect her family in a positive way. She's going to be able to talk about metaverses. There's something like 2 to 4 million people that listen to this radio, by the way. ABC is like, I think one of the main broadcast companies for all Australia. So it's a big range of people that are reading this and listening to this, which is really neat. But it doesn't stop there. There was one other major news outlet. I'm not even going to say the name yet because I don't want to jinx anything. But another major news outlet, because of that article, also reached out to Lisa and said, hey, we saw this article and we want to do something really cool and a big special on you. And so they're also meeting this week with their board to figure out what they're going to do with us. But we might be featured on another major station because of this one initial ABC article. So it's just really cool how everything can just start with just one thing and it spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads. And this has just all happened in the last couple days. Literally, this happened in the last couple days. So as we get on the radio, as we get onto other things, other networks are going to notice us too and just go from there, which is really cool. I'm going to take a drink of water. All right. So now for probably the juiciest piece of news of the day. If you're all ready, I see that we got quite a people still online. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. We have a major map update, and we teased about this in our socials, saying we got something pretty big that we're going to show you, a big update to our world. And I think it's time to show you. So I'm going to bring it up. All right, everybody. I hope you're ready for this. I'm going to move my picture, make it real small, put it in the upper corner. Everybody, this is our new map. This is huge. So just so everybody can kind of get a frame of reference, let me open up. If I go back to TCG World and I go to our map, not swap. This is what our map looked like before, okay? So this is the before picture. And as you can see, it's a bunch of plots and cities, but there's all this like blackness, darkness in the middle and on the outside and on the edges. There's nothing really going on until today, where now color and the world is starting to come to life. So this is a very beginning design picture. So this is, like I said, this is in progress. This isn't the finalized picture yet. So if you got any questions like, is this going to be here? Or is this going to be here? Things might get moved around a little bit. But as you can see, the world is starting to come to shape. And there's a lot of different things to do in the world. If I go to different areas, there's going to be a festival. There's going to be roller coasters. There's going to be a ski resort. There's going to be a fishing lake. There's going to be ruins. There's going to be golf. There's going to be a port, which we'll talk about. There's going to be a whole beach section. There's going to be a marina. There's going to be a racing track. There's going to be a battle arena. There's going to be a stadium and a public gallery. Like, it is just absolutely freaking cool how everything is starting to come to life. So this is really big for TCG World because we are now implementing a lot of things to do within the world. So a lot of people thought, okay, TCG World, like there's some plots, there's some things to do in the city, but what else? Here's a bunch of what else's. This is going to drive a lot of people to come in and just have a good time because there's events, things that you can go do with your friends, things you can do with your family. And it's going to drive a lot of excitement to our world. Like Mike said on the call earlier, his kid played a couple of the big metaverses and it's like a ghost town, he said. He's like, there's nobody there, nothing really to do. Like, it's just clunky and you're in this world and it's boring. There's no fun. And his kid got bored with it. And so we don't want that. We want something that is going to be crazy fun, crazy exciting. So we're going to get this out. We're going to work on this image a little bit. And this image has a lot of goodies in it too. Like we have this volcano up here that we're going to have more information on. We have marina and port, which we're going to have more information on. Just so you know, the port is going to be more for like traveling, taking ferries and traveling to certain places. such as islands. As you can see, there's all these islands here that are going to be mysterious for now, but gonna be something in the future. So that's what the port gonna be. The marina is gonna be like the luxury area, yachts and expensive boats and that kind of high life living over there. And there's just a lot of goodies kind of hidden throughout this entire picture. And it's just gonna add so much flavor and excitement to the world. I can see chat just blowing up. Literally, your how you feel about it is exactly how I feel about it. We are so excited, and this is also going to give people a lot of things to do on the edges of everything, because a lot of people were buying plots near the city, which is good to buy plots near the cities. There's going to be a lot of things to do near the cities, but then there's people that are coming late. They're like, oh man, I didn't get one of those plots in the middle. That's okay. You can get something on the edges, and they're going to be highly sought after areas. You could be someone like me and you want a beach home. Like, I'm a beach kind of guy. I like warm weather. I like hot, sunny, blue water and just that kind of vacation feel, palm trees. Like, that's me. There's going to be a lot of people that are like, no, I like the snow. I want to be up in the snow area. I want to be next to a ski resort, or I want to be next to the roller coaster and theme park, or I want to be next to the festival, or I want to have my house right next to the fishing lake. I want to wake up every day and go fishing. Like, everyone's going to have their little things that they're going to want to do and places that they're going to want to be. And it's just going to provide so much variety to purchasing a plot. You can really pick a place that is that's you, that you want to be at. And you could get multiple plots because you have teleportation. So you can have a plot right here next to the beach, and then you can teleport all the way back up here to your ski resort. And so you can have like these different areas in the world, which is really cool. As well as there's airports and stuff too that you can travel between things. And so when I say our team's been working really hard, they've been working really, really, really hard. This has been something that we've been really excited to show everybody, as it brings the world to life. Because looking at a black screen, which is what everyone's just been kind of looking at for a long time, it doesn't really look like much is going on. Like, now that you look at it, it's like, wow, that's so boring compared to the picture we just showed you. But a lot of people are asking those questions like, man, what's going to be in the middle? What's going to be on the sides? Like, what's going to be, what else? As you can kind of see all the green, like, a lot of people are kind of buying places near the cities in the main TCG city in the middle. But then the outside edges, a lot of people are like, I haven't really get anything out there. Well, now you have things to do. You can find a place that you really love. So big kudos to David and our whole studio for putting this together. Like I said, this map is not final. We're still working on it. There's all these squares in the main TCG city, things that are going to be in there. There's also spaces in the middle of things too, for big things to fit. Like, we're going to really fill our world with a lot of activities and entertainment to do. So, yeah, what do you all think of that? Pretty neat, right? Yeah, put your comment in chat. We're really excited about this one. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much all the big developments this week. We say it almost on every AMA, but this is about 1/10 of the stuff that we have left to show you, to unveil. That rings true this week. We have so many big partners and deals that are getting lined up right now. February, we think, is going to be a very special month for us. A very special month. We're very excited about February. And you're going to see why over the course of the next couple of weeks, why we are so excited for February. And this is just kind of just the beginning of a bunch of excitement that's about ready to come out, is our map. So this is going to get worked on. It's going to get updated. It's going to get put on our website. But we wanted to show you all today. We were going to hold this off till next week, but we decided, you know what? We're just going to show everyone today. Just knowing that, you know, that it's a still work in progress. But at least you can kind of see some of the things that we're working on. Our world just got a major expansion, is basically the short of that, is we just got a huge expansion. So, yeah, so that's basically everything that I have to share with you today. I do have one final video that I'm not going to show this week, just because we're already way over time. It's a video that you already seen, but I want to break it down a little bit because in-game buildings is kind of a big deal. So I'll show that sometime next week. I might do that on a video chat because today went a little over. I try to keep these around an hour to an hour 30, and we're now over an hour 30. But what I can do is I will answer some questions from you. So anybody in chat, go ahead and if you got some questions, I'll take about 5 to 10 minutes to answer some questions from the community. And you can go ahead and put that in chat now, and I'll kind of read through them. I see a lot of people commenting on Mike. I see a lot of people commenting on that map that we just yeah, thank you guys. We're seriously, it's something that we're freaking hyped up about. Seeing everything come to life is really cool. Roy said it took 5.5 hours to walk from left to right. Yeah, that's how big our world is. 5.5 hours of walking. It's a big, big, big world. But it's not just that it's also a big world. It's also a high quality product as well. Jameson said that he bought another farm on the ocean. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Jameson, on your farm by the beach. That's where I would go. I love the beach. But most of my friends love the north, or they love Asia or east. I was just talking to one of my friends earlier today. They're like, oh, I just can't wait to get my north. Can't wait to start building. And when they saw this, they really got hyped up. They freaking excited about the north. And so it's just kind of cool. Everyone has their kind of like preference, their place to be. Shish asked about when staking. We have some news about that in our chats. We're finalizing that right now with Retro, and there's going to be some new news on extensions and stuff on that on our chats. So just kind of stay tuned for that one. Wind Dragon. A lot of Wind Dragons. Yeah, dragons are coming out. And we're very excited to give everybody, just for being a plot owner, a free NFT dragon. You just got to pay the gas fee. Like, we're really excited to hook people up. It's also just a big thank you for being a part of our project. We're about ready to do a lot of big moves. We're about ready to do a lot of big advancements with our world. And we were just so happy to just take time to just remember these moments where we were smaller, where we were kind of a new company, and we had 20, 30 people on an AMA, and soon it will be hundreds and thousands and so on and so on. But we really appreciate you guys. That's why we do all these giveaways. That's why we do these NFTs and with the dragons and everything. That's why we're going to give someone 50 grand to just sell their mythic dragon dust. Good luck to whoever gets that, and kudos to whoever gets that. Yeah, we really appreciate everybody. This is kind of a fun moment for us. When TCG movie theater. Oh, I love a movie theater. There will be streaming stuff available within the world where you can watch videos and stuff. And I would love to go to a movie theater with some friends virtually. That'd be fantastic. This is the way. Good reference. Yeah. Oh, Mike Miller said he's right on the beach, right next to the golf course, right by the ski resort, right by the festival. Mike went out and just got a bunch of properties. We freaking love Mike. Go support him, please. He's just an awesome dude. And yeah, and Paul's like, same here. Yeah, we got a lot of people that are buying properties kind of all over the place, which is good because you can teleport between everything. So you don't have to walk or transportation. You can just teleport between all your plots. Find the place that you really like. We try not to sell much on AMAs. And because we want everything to be organic, but this was a pretty exciting thing to kind of see our map and stuff come to life. And it's cool just seeing how many people are really excited about getting into the world and kind of getting their plot of choice, their location of choice next to their favorite point of interest. What's happening with the trading platform? So we just released some news on that recently. We're still working on the trading platform. We're actually meeting with a couple. I was just actually on a meeting the other day with David with somebody that's really big with trading platforms and stuff. So we're still working on it, and which we haven't forgotten about it. We've definitely shifted focus a little bit because metaverse is just the next big thing. Metaverse is our big potatoes, but we never forgot that everything kind of started off with the idea of the platform and trading cards and all that stuff. So we're still putting focus into that. Do not worry. Yeah, we just had a meeting on that this week. Tony just bought right in front of the festival. Hey, congratulations, Tony. Festival is going to be a good time, a very good time. And we're going to get, by the way, we're going to get into more details on what everything means later, like ski resort. Okay, ski resort. What can you do in a ski resort? Are you going to have X? Are you going to have Y? Are you going to have Z? So what's the festival? What are you going to have? What's the volcano? Yeah, no one talked about the volcano yet. I didn't even bring it up. There's a volcano on that map. What does that mean? What's going to be at the beach? What's going to be at the marina? What's going to be in the ruins? So there's going to be a lot of more detail that we're going to come out on everything. Awesome. A lot of people saying they love the new map. Yeah, me too. I love it. It just looks so good. The color on everything looks awesome. And it's just, our studio has done such a good job putting everything together. It's kind of cool to see the middle TCG city start to come to life with getting things starting to fill in with our stadium and gallery and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. What's going to happen with the islands? Oh, that's TBD. That's going to remain a mystery right now. What's going on with the islands? Let me go back to that. Oh, not make a big line. Yeah, so there's all these mysterious islands kind of around that will be that will contain things, is all I will say on that. More information to come out in the future. We don't want to give everything away all at once. Good question. Sullivan, guys, TCG will be the best. Thank you, Sullivan. We really. Oh, I clicked on a video there. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. We're really excited about this project. As you can see, Mike's excited. All our partners are excited. We really feel like this is the next big thing. We feel like we're bringing a top quality product to the entire metaverse industry. I like how Mike said this is so big it should be called Megaverse, not Metaverse. Yeah, awesome. Sweet, guys. Well, hey, we are about an hour and 45 minutes into our AMA. Sorry we went a little bit over today, but it was worth it. Working with Mike and Jordan and looking at all the different things that they're doing with our metaverse and our team and our story, our lore, our illustrations, our sprites. They're doing a lot. He's doing a lot for us. And as you can see, man, his drawings are freaking good. Like, they are very high quality. So, yeah, we're very excited about this partnership. Go check them out. Go to their Discord. It's pinned in their chat. And go hang around the Funky Monkey Frat House. See all the things they're going to be doing. You're going to see some exclusive stuff from Mike and Jordan announced there as well. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. We'll see you next week. We got another partner that we're going to be announcing next week, as well as some juicy news. I'm thinking some things are going to happen over the weekend. Fingers crossed. But we're going to be talking more about that next week. So like I said, make sure you check every AMA from here on out. February is going to be an exciting month for us. We're really excited about February. Really excited about February. But have a good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Appreciate the heck out of you. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah. I wanna wake up in the middle of a dream and keep on dreaming in another world where every fantasy keeps on streaming into a reality. You've got to come and see it for yourself. Oh, so get in, get on, get everything you want. Come in, running on, your future has begun. Use TCG Coin to build your world in the metaverse with us. So come on, get in, get on. So come on, get in, get on. I know a place where adventure never ends. It goes forever. Where every face is one of your friends. We're all together, building everything we dream. Imagination leads us on our way. Let's play. So get in, get on, get everything you want. Come in, one and all. The ride has just begun. Your future has begun. The metaverse is calling you to be the best you can become. So come on.